evening, ladies and gents. Welcome to a GameStar presentation. Tonight we will be bringing you the second one in our doubleheader. We actually had both games go ahead tonight, which is fantastic. Will be another Cybergamer Dota 2 open ladder match, and it will be for rank number 6, which is currently held by Team iCy, and Vice Gaming at number 10. They're having a crack at it. So my name is Coldblood, and assisting me in bringing this game to you it will be Hawksbock. How are you?
Yeah, good man. It's once again good to be back in the studio. We do have Timbersaw, who's been gone through the draft once again. He's been the first pick up by Vice Gaming. We've also had ET, the Clockwork, Weaver, and Lifestealer being banned out.
Yeah, so it's a bit interesting having the Lifestealer and the Weaver be banned out by iCy. I would assume they're targeted bans, or maybe they just hate dealing with those heroes. We're on to the second pick for Team iCy here. We're going to see the return of the handsome, new and improved Venomancer, which I'm happy about. Didn't have the most success in the last game, but the Plague Ward placement was good. So we'll have to see if these guys are capable of doing that some more. Shout out to Rikum, who was very excited that his team would be being cast tonight, so we know at least one person will appreciate it. And any predictions here, Hawks?
Reserve time. No clue, though I was actually going to hit up Alex from Vice for a trial for this team, so it'll be interesting to see how they go, though I was told that they had already filled the position, which made me sad face.
Oh, okay. Oh, Lone Druid. So the second time in 2 nights we're going to be seeing the LD come out with his Spirit Bear. And he's very interesting to watch as someone disconnects. Hopefully that's not you, Hawks.
No, wasn't me.
Okay, might have been that other guy who was spectating. So, we're into the second pick up for Vice Gaming. It could potentially be a Lone Druid versus Timbersaw offlane, or we could have the Lone Druid be babysat a little bit, or we could see the 2-1-2 composition as well. Visage going to be the pickup, and of course, like you told me yesterday, Hawks, Visage not the most effective against the Lone Druid, but a very solid hero nonetheless. So, not too surprising to see him picked up. Now we're into some more bans.
To go.
I wouldn't say that he's not. He's ineffective per se. It's just
at least early on, I think.
Yeah, early on,
Reserve time.
The slow is, I mean, it really depends. You know what? I mean, if the bear can get a entangle off, then all is good. If not, if the Lone Druid is that far out of position, then yeah, sure, he can definitely be in a fair bit of trouble here. So we're into the third ban phase there. We've got a Naga Siren ban out, which is fair enough. She's great. Great setup for, huge Veno ults, and also he can pop up a few wards in that in the time that the Song of Siren is hailing away.
Yeah, we're having some very interesting ban outs and whatnot in this game thus far. I mean, Nug Siren's been ignored in our previous few broadcasts, both in the bans and the picks. But like you say, she is very strong, so no surprise to see her taken out there. Morana going to be the other ban out for Team iCy. Of course, having the long range initiation, and then becomes quite decent at carrying. So hang on, I'll just quickly stop the stream from interfering with itself. There we go. Too early to predict what's really going to happen here. I'm excited to see the Lone Druid again. We'll see if we see another gigantic bear come out this time. We had a very fast built Lone Druid yesterday, and we'll have to see if that will make a return.
Yeah, I do love me some bear, man. One of the heroes that I've tried to I suppose, improve myself with as of late. He always kind of lacked. I played a lot of Hon in the day. Never played the Dota 1. It's a crime, folks. I know I didn't play Warcraft 3 Dota. It's all out in the air now. But anyways, I was, never a great bear in Hon. But picking it up recently, I have really started to enjoy him, working on my solo offlane and whatnot. It's quite challenging.
10 seconds to go.
He definitely takes that next level of micromanagement and strategizing and whatnot, so it's He's a hard hero to pick up. Meepo's definitely harder to play, but Lone Druid fairly difficult himself. Pugna and Nature's Prophet going to be the next bands out by the team. We saw an outrageously strong Nature's Prophet in the previous game. He managed to turn around the early game for his team and then ended up crushing the enemy. So not surprised to see him taken away there. Pugna, he was banned in the last game. I think we've only managed to see him once, and he went absolutely crazy with Ag Scepter and whatnot, doing tons of strange things. He also had Dagon as well. Necrophos. I've never actually had to say that one out loud, Hawks, but he's going to be picked up. And, of course, he's known for his Heartstopper aura, which is quite annoying, particularly as he gets closer to the level 7 and 8. And then the Reaper's Scythe, a single target stun, which is capable of executing should they be low enough. So I would assume he would go support, unless he's capable of going mid.
Yeah, not sure. I mean, he's quite strong in nearly any situation. He can kind of off lane. The Bear's probably a better off lane choice there, but he might be their mid hero. And we do have the Jug pickup. Seen him a lot more commonly these days, man. We saw, remember a couple of weeks ago, I forget which team it was, but mad Jug.
Yeah, he just sat up top for like 30-40 minutes and then came down and like ripped everything apart.
Yep.
We actually saw him last night do very well as well. We saw him level into the crit early on, and he was getting some very lucky ones there. And the Omni Slash was absolutely devastating. So I'm wondering if we're going to see a Rubik pick up by either of the teams. He has not been banned out, and he's been very popular lately. Reserve time going to be called in by iCy. They haven't used too much of it yet. I'm wondering if this Lone Druid will be going off lane or if he will be babysat. Against Timbersaw, I'd imagine that he wouldn't have too tough a time at all. They can both be fairly tanky. And they'd want someone who can deal with the Juggernaut. They're maybe a little bit less spell-focused. Alchemist is also not banned or picked up yet, Hawks, and he's been the focus of a lot of bans in the previous few broadcasts, so perhaps they're going to go with him.
Oh, at this stage, I'd say an Alchemist and a Lone Druid... probably too much farm requirement there for them to be effective together, that is. So we'll probably see more a semi-carry role. So hoping, fingers crossed, that we're going to see an aggressive tri-lane with Lion, Veno, and another semi-carry, or even stick the Druid in that, I mean, something that can really pump out a lot of kills. We could be looking at dual lanes as well. We're yet to see a mid pickup from Vice Gaming. I mean, Timbersaw can mid quite effectively, but naturally, with those trees, he's better suited for that off lane.
Yeah, I'd expect him to go off lane. The reactive armor makes him quite durable, should he need to call on that. Necrophos, I'm not even sure how to say that, honestly. I kept going to say Necropolis. He could potentially go in mid lane. A couple of the bot games I was playing when I was learning, Necropolis is a real pain. If he gets that Reaper Scythe on you, it's very annoying. So I've never actually seen him played by a real player before, but he's probably going to be very annoying with the AoEs he's capable of pumping out. Got some decent sustain with the Satis, which makes me think he could solo lane. Lena going to be the pickup for Vice Gaming, who are at number 10 at the moment. Hawks, the challenging for number 6. This is pretty exciting. We've got some very interesting picks and bans. OD, much more standard, going to be banned out there, which is a little surprising, honestly, because I'd assume Lena would go into the mid lane.
Well, with the Pugna ban out, I was actually expecting Vice Gaming to pick up the OG themselves.
10 seconds to go.
In saying that, the Laguna Blade, that does cost a significant amount of mana as well, and I mean, you can nearly kill yourself using those high damage spells there. Got Dark Seer for the last ban out there, so it'll come down. This last pick will, I suppose, dictate how the lanes are going to play out. Might see a Lion mid or a Neck mid. I mean, both of those are capable of excellent mid play with.
Oh man, Lion mid would be great.
I wouldn't mind a line mid, yeah, seeing that early finger of death and rolling around it and getting the
10 seconds to go.
spike and finger of death combos, man. It's some brutal new.
And of
5
course,
seconds.
Lena has some crippling mana costs, particularly early on, so the mana drain would be even more effective there.
Reserve
And Lena
time.
does transition into a semi-carry, with the Fiery Soul giving her some pretty good right-click power. Darkseer was the final ban out from Vice Gaming, which tells me they don't want Juggernaut having a hard time early on. They don't want the Juggernaut to be copied and then turned on himself. And we're expecting to see a carry pickup here from iCy. They'd probably want some kind of melee. They've got a fairly short-range team, all things considered. I would imagine maybe something like a gyro, or something better
10
suited to
seconds to
deal with
go.
Juggernaut. Lifesteal is banned out. And
5
Alky's still
seconds.
available. They may go for him. The reserve time running very low for both teams, so we're going to have to see a very quick pickup. Invoker going to
Dyer's
probably
pick.
be going into the mid here, as the last pickup for Vice Gaming will come out. Probably be another support. Oh man, there are some awesome heroes in this game. This is going to be great, Hawks.
Yeah, they're going for for a lot of high damage heroes here. Invoker, obviously, if he gets that Sunstrike off with a combo of an Earth Spike early game, that can spell trouble. It'll be
10
interesting to
seconds
see
to
how they're
go.
going to lane this.
Yeah, against Alena,
5 seconds.
I would think that he'd go Exort because she doesn't pose too much of a threat in the first couple of levels. So I'd imagine an Exort build. Kunks. God, I completely forgot about him. I knew there was a melee carry I was forgetting about. But that is awesome, actually. It's looks like it will be the... Oh, I'm actually not sure how they're going to run this one. They could potentially have Kunka mid Lena support. Does that work out?
Yeah, I'd say we'd have an aggressive try lane, the Jug, the Visage, and the Lena. The Grave Chill, sorry, leading into the Light Strike Array stun, and then obviously the spin from the Juggernaut. Conquer would probably be going in that mid lane, and the Timbersaw would be heading to the off lane. Is what my prediction be. What I'm more curious about is how iCy are going to run this.
Yeah, well, they've got definitely a few
10
options.
seconds to go.
I would assume... Oh, well, I guess they could go
5
Lion,
seconds.
Necro, Veno, Tri-Lane. There's no carries there, but a lot of magical damage. So we're into the game finally here, Hawks. We'll go through the team. So,
Places,
representing Team iCy, who are trying to defend their number 3 spot, it will be Rikum on the Lion with a very cool scepter and shield for himself. On the Invoker with his haircut, it will be, trying to see his name, it is Leifon, who actually has the icy in his name. He's already got some Tango shared, so they're expecting a tricky lane for him. On the Necro, we will have... what is... Oh, hang on. Is he Mackie? Yes, it is Mackie. The game pause really throwing me off here, Hawks. On the Lone Druid, we will have Duster, who unfortunately doesn't have the polar bear skin we saw yesterday. And rounding them out, it will be Cripsy on the handsome Venomancer.
Yeah, for Vice, we are having Alex on the Lena. We've got P-Ice? Pice?
Yeah, P-Ice, I think it is.
P-Ice, and then we've got Fruit Boy, Barely Bear, and Mito. And I've definitely forgot to say their heroes, so it'll be Fruit Boy on the Timbersaw, Barely Bear on the Juggernaut, and Mito on the Conquer. I'm really curious to see how they're going to lane this, man. If they're going to have... Looks like we might have a core Neki farming the safe lane with the tri lane, and then the bear in the off lane solo. That's how I think they're going to run this. We've got a smoke up on the Lion. Yeah, looks like that's going to be the case. We've got gauntlets of strength, 3 iron branches on the Neki. Probably going to see a core neck. Is my bet. Okay. Which will be awesome, man.
Oh yeah, that's very interesting.
Yeah, if he gets that early Aghanim set or mech, he can, really pump out the
30 seconds to go.
Damage. Get that early tankiness rocking, and he can be a pain in the ass if he's tanky, dude.
Oh, absolute pain. So, good luck, have fun coming out from Fook Boy, as we can see the bear is looking for the rune in the top part of the river, getting some scouting out on that. There's no vision of the bottom rune just yet, but it looks like P-Ice going to try and rectify that one. We can see a stout shield is on the spirit bear, with Duster having himself
The game is on.
a couple of iron branches. Looks like he was the one sharing... Oh no, sorry, never mind. He wasn't sharing the tangos, and it looks like the double damage rune will spawn up the top.
No more
iCy
bets,
going to be
please.
pretty happy with that one. Looks like Invoker will be going against the Kunks in the mid lane, with the Timbersaw versus the Lone Druid in the top lane. We were expecting that one, so we did a pretty good job of predicting, I think, here, Hawks, as there's some pretty cool helmets coming out from the Vice Gaming guys. Going to be very interesting to see how this bottom lane goes for them. Looks like Cripsy is hanging back for the time being.
Yeah, what he's doing, he's actually pulling the creeps to him.
Oh, I see.
Yeah. Wait, sorry, Cripsy.
The Venom.
Yeah, sorry, I got the heroes mixed up. I thought you were talking about Duster.
No, it's okay.
Yeah, which is a pretty cool trick. I love it when Lone Druid's doing that. He's making the EXP easy for himself in that offlane. So, yeah, bot's going to be interesting, man. I'm not sure if there's going to be many kills coming out here, because they got a lot of defensive capability through the heals, and also a lot of CC, and in saying that, a lot of damage everywhere.
Yeah,
man.
they just got a lot of everything, I think, and they trade that early game presence for...
Oh, here we go.
Oh, we will have Cripsy engaging with the Venomous Gale knock-up from Mackie, and the Sunstrike will goes down. Raccoon gets the first blood there, but he will fall to the Juggernaut. They definitely did not want the Jug picking up that kill there. Belly Bear is, of course, the Juggernaut going to get a quick level 2, but Raccoon picking up the first blood, he'll be pretty happy with that one. We'll have to see what he decides to pick up with that gold. Just a TP scroll for the time being. So some very early action here, Hawks. We were saying it wasn't going to be too crazy early on. We were completely wrong there, with Cripsy going very crazy. He's going to clear out the sentry ward here. With the mid lane Leifon, I was really expecting him to go some points in Quas and get the health regen against the Kunks, who's going to be able to cleave him just like that, actually. So I'm not sure if Leifon is going to try and be fast and hit hard, which is fairly decent. And top lane, I guess we'd expect a farm lane up there.
Oh yeah, it's definitely going to be a bit of farm on farm, at least until level 6 anyway. Then again, Fook might go in for a couple of early kills. He is capable of getting that Lone Druid down. He is really squishy until he gets true form up.
Oh, okay, well, fair enough. We've got the Stout Shield on the Spirit Bear, so he's the one who's going to be tanking the hits should Fuckboy go for them. Fookboy, sorry. Try and keep that one under wraps. As we'll have a look at the farm. It's 15 to the Kunks, 10 for the Invoker, who is Maito and Leifon, respectively. Barely Bear taking some more hits, but he already has the Stout Shield up. We can see the Grave Chill going to go on to Cripsy as he runs into the trees there. The second Soul going to run out for P-Ice. And the triple caster lane, we'll have to see how it goes for them. Heartstopper Aura has not been leveled just yet, so there's going to be none of the annoying poke there. As it looks like the bottom lane getting bullied just a little bit. Rikkum is going to get the Grave Chill, take a lot of damage from the Invoker there. The Sunstrike Array will miss though. And I think we're going to have to keep an eye on this bottom lane till the guys in mid start to get some levels up.
Yeah, I'd say that'd definitely be the focus there. Venomancer does have Poison Sting up now, so we'll probably see some more harass coming out. And I was right. We are seeing a core neck there, and this is going to be a real fun lane. Here we go, Grave Chill coming out. Belly is coming in for that spin. He is getting slowed, and he's not being able to get that spin off. The Hex goes out on the on P-Ice there. The follow-up damage coming from Cripsy and Mackie is enough to take him down there. So, yeah, massive Sunstrike there. He did manage to land that one, and the damage is just too much right now. That slow also going through Magic Immunity is going to play havoc on that Jug, man. So I was 100% wrong. I was sitting there thinking, man, this isn't going to be many kills down there. It's gonna be, pretty defensive, but I tell a filthy lie.
Oh, well, it was a really nice turnaround from iCy and some backup from Leifon throwing out the Sunstrike. Definitely going to be helping there. It's going to be hard to tell the difference between Sunstrike and Light Strike array. We'll do our best to keep that on. And Mackie would have actually got the kill there with Death Pulse. It's got a very slow missile speed, so he would have picked it up, but it was secured by the Veno in the end, I do believe, who is currently at 101. As Mito was down at the bottom lane, he had the double damage rune, but some nice warding. Yeah, it was warding. They are going to see that Mito was headed there. He's going to pop the double damage rune and be happy with the 3 charges in his bottle. He's got a pipe in his mouth down in the bottom part of the screen. As we can see, the engage going to go out from Cripsy. Barely Bear going to start spinning around, going to do tons of damage. And of course, Visage going to get the last one there. I was going to say you can auto-attack while you're spinning on the jug, so I thought he crit, but it was not. Courier, I'm not even sure what that is. It looks like a spooky present or something. Phase Boot's going to be picked up by Barely Bear. Will be very happy with that one. As the score is quickly equalized out at 2-2 Hawks, and the farm at the top is 22-15. So Lone Druid doing very well for himself.
Yeah, there you go. Lone Druid being on top of that lane is quite a good thing. It'll be interesting to see, though. There is level 6. He does have the Drew form available. He hasn't popped it just yet. So, Foles, oh, here we go. Conker coming in for that gank. He does pop the Drew form. The boat misses, but the torrent landing, and they're able to pick up that kill. So that's a crushing blow for the Druid. Just as we said that.
Yeah, the caster's kiss of death coming out there. It was very nicely done by the iCy, Vice to get that, and very unfortunately for Mito, I think the invisibility rune spawned here. I'm not sure how to draw the things. Let's try a couple. No, okay. The top rune spawned like just after he went over it. So, fortunately for Leifon, he was able to get that one, and he has popped it. As looks Sunstrike going to go off on Alex. He will dodge that one. A lot of damage going back down on Cripsy. Mackie, will his heals be enough? They will indeed. He will get out of that one with, I think, the dodge of the Sunstrike there. Very good by Vice Alex on the Invoker. Mito was there because of the TP. He's just going to jog back to his lane as the casting trio at the bot going to be forced to back off a little bit there. Rikum going forward to put some warding down at the river. That's going to be very handy in seeing if Kunks is coming to them, particularly since he's got the tree. Sorry, not the tree. He's got the phase boots, which will give him a little bit more mobility. And yeah, so the bottom lane, what is the Jug looking at? He's at 25 last hits, which is not too much ahead of Mackie, but I would argue the Juggernaut scales harder than the Necro, particularly when the Necros go on mechanism.
Yeah, that's indeed true. The mechanism on Mackie, though, that gives him quite a bit of healing power in the early game. So, you know, it'll be interesting to see how that all pans out. There you go, a bottle on Invoker. Haven't seen one of those ones in
coming apart.
Oh, he's been doing some great rune control actually. Even Fook Boy went down to try and contest that one, but he wasn't able to get it. Mito going to be sprinting down to the bottom lane here. He will be met by Rikum. X marks the spot, goes off onto the line. He will go back right into the torrent there. I can't see him going out of that one. He will be stunned up by the light away. Alex going to secure that one with the Dragon Slave. As Juggernaut going to be jumping forward. He has the face boots, plus going to be doing a lot of damage to Cripsy, and he Kunks will get that one, but Duster has teleported down as the Lone Druid. Nice light strike array, and Dragon Slave going to do some decent damage to him there. The bear is going to be forced back. Nice roam by Mito, picking themselves up. I think it was 2 in the end. It was indeed. So very well done by Vice.
Yeah. Meanwhile, though, the Invoker was punishing on that top, on that mid tower rather. However, this also opens up the top lane for Food Boy to get the push on a top lane as well. So a little bit of a trade-off go across, you know, I suppose globally wide there.
Yeah, so Vice, they are, they're looking very healthy, and they got at least 1,700 gold
Radiant's
lead there.
top tower is
XP
taking
even
hits.
more, over 2,000, so they've definitely got the lead at the moment, which they'll be happy with because they, of course, have a couple of very hard
Radiant's
carries,
top tower is in
whereas
bad
iCy,
shape.
I think a lot of their late game damage is going to come
Dire's
from the
mid tower
Lone Druid
won't
and the
last much
Invoker.
longer.
Leifon, we'll have a
Have
look
fun
at
trying to
the
bust
net
down
worth
Radiant
as the Glyph
structures
fortification
now.
goes out,
Radiant's
stops
top
the
tower's
top tower
hurting.
going down. Net worth, Leifon doing pretty well for himself, 2,800. The Kunks is rolling in the gold though, is going to be probably
Radiant's
working
top
towards that
tower
Shadow
is
Blade
taking hits.
and get some massive crits going on. It's Leifon, he's going to try and control this rune here, although Maito is going to try and
Radiant's
contest
mid tower's
that.
getting
He's
banged up.
popped the phase boots, going to back off for the time being as the Lone Druid going to be running up to the top lane to try and save it. Regen rune
Radiant's
at the
mid
bottom
tower
part
can
of the
use a
jungle
hand.
as Cripsy is going to get grave chilled up here, throws out his Q, but it won't be enough. Auto attack follows from Alex on the Invoker, manages to get that one for himself or herself. And yeah, so Vice picking up advantages all over the place.
Yeah, I thought Jug was going to go on Recruit there and give him the old Omni Slash, but wasn't meant to be as the Druid is back up atop. Hopefully he can pick up his farm. His net worth's still sitting all right there. So he's going to be doing okay, but the EXP is certainly going to be in Timbersaw's favour. Yeah, he's nearly hit level 10. He does have those the meta boots up as well, so he's able to spam a fair bit. You're going to see a bit of TP support coming from Alex there, and also P-Ice, or I'm still not sure how to say that name. So if he gets out of position here, we're going to see some big trouble, or they're just going to get the push on this tower.
Yeah, I think they really want to take this one. The Glyph of Fortification at least 3 minutes off. So Light Sunstrike goes out from Fookboy as Duster's going to get jumped on there. Although he pops the True Form looking very tanky, they do get the top tower as Kunk's going to be pushing in the mid. He's actually going to get that one. So with the Meteor's going to go down. That looked very cool. And the tower's whacking away at Meteor. He will whack that one away. Leifon's going after him. Does he have anything left? No. The Plague Ward goes down, but 2 towers taken in rapid succession by the Vice Gaming guys. The bottom one looking very healthy, but they are roaming around as a team. The smoke going to be picked up by the Venomancer, who is of course Cripsy. And the focus of the red team in the mid lane at the moment. Some offensive warding coming out from the double support team here. And Barely Bear is just going to be farming like like Juggernauts love to do. But he actually picked up a bottle, which I was going to point out earlier. Hawks, interesting decision. I guess he really wants the mana for his Omni Slash. Is Mito going to bottle himself a double damage rune, and he is getting closer and closer to the Shadow Blade. Already has the amulet, which is probably one of the most useless items in history, but builds into a very strong item. As Duster, he is going to teleport his bear back, as Barely Bear is throwing out the what. I'm not quite sure what that's about. There is a 4-man group up at by Vice up at the top. OMB not giving vision. Not sure what that means, Hawks. OBS.
Yeah, Ob's not giving vision, apparently.
Oh, well, there you go.
Radiant's top tower's hurting.
A little bit of a what is going on as they're getting a fairly big push up from the top. The ghost ship does land on Leifon. He's just going to get hammered there by the rest. PP score coming in by Raccoon, but he's getting dominated there too. Mackie with the mech, he has got a fair bit of healing power. Four stacks of soul something is going out. Oh, he just survives the Reaper Scythe, but he's able to pick it up with an auto attack as they're still chasing Cripsy there. Footboy is hard on his tail there, but he doesn't have the meta to back it up. Cripsy is aware of this, and he gets a massive gale on him, which is enabling the bear to catch up to him, and he doesn't have enough meta to Timber Chain away. He does pop his mana boost and does get away. Gets across the thing. Sunstrike goes out, but it's not enough damage to take him out, dude.
Okay, so I missed the plays by Mackie there. I believe Lena ended up going down to something that meant the gold was split, so I don't think my spectating was the best just there. So what ended up happening while I was following Cripsy's escape there, Hawks?
Do you mean down here?
Yeah, around this area.
Around that area, well, the ghost ship landed out, smashed Leifon on the, is it Leifon? Yeah, Leifon on the Invoker. the Lion, which is Raccoon, he TP'd in, got instantly destroyed. And then we had Mackie, who was able to pick up a return kill on P Ice there, and then they chased the Timbersaw through here, and then Cripsy, as he was escaping, he got a really nice gale just below the Ancients there, and it nearly was enough to kill the to kill the Timbersaw, but he popped the Mana Boots and got away. That's exactly what happened.
And there was a fantastic torrent from Mito, which threw up a lot of his pursuers, so well played by Vice there. So it is now 4-8. So iCy, they definitely put some kills on the board in the previous minute or two of action, so they'll be pretty happy with that one. As it looks like Vice, they want to take the last tier 1 remaining for iCy, as the ward will go down there. I think it's out of the true vision of the tower, as the Vice guys, I think all of them are here. The Shadow Blade was finished off by Mito. Chakram is going to go forward. Cripsy, oh, nice impale by Raccoon, and then he hexes Fook Boy, but X marks the spot, is going to spell doom for him. Ghost Ship crashes through him there, as Alex going to be falling lower and lower to the tower, gets chained up by the bear, as we saw Omni-Slash go off. I do believe, where is the Juggernaut? He is right there, as it's currently 2-for-1 in Vice Gaming's favour, 3-for-1, Mito getting the double kill with some nice chakremming there. Leifon falling lower and lower. I don't think he can get out of this one. He will pop the Ghost Walk by activating 2 Quas and 1 Wex. X-Master spot going to go up on Duster. He gets torrented immediately, and he will be finished off by the Chakram there, as Leifon is sticking around. His Ghost Walk has a lot of duration left. He will actually get Whirling Death there. And Mito, man, he's gone crazy in these fights. It looks like Cripsy and Raccoon are there. Leifon, of course, still in the Ghost Walk, but ends up being, I think, a 3-for-1 in the Vice Gaming guys' favour, with some nice bear entangling roots on Alex, but the Kunk's damage was just insane. And, of course, some nice backup AoE damage from Fook Boy. Vice Gaming quickly getting out of control, as they are 7,500 gold in the lead. XP over 5,000 as well. And they've got every outer tower down here, Hawk, so they're asserting their map dominance.
Yeah, indeed so. Also, their ward coverage is quite extensive too, and also, as we said, a little bit of dewarding going on there, thus proving my point even further.
Yeah, well, fair enough. So we can see Mackie is pushing. He's, I believe he'll be going for the drums of endurance. Soon Smoke gonna be popped here for the Vice Gaming guys as they try and catch up. Cripsy may be in some trouble. Shadow Blade gonna be popped by Mito. He's gonna try and pop the Plague Ward, which will start whacking away. Gale goes out, but X marks the spot. He's down for sure. Visage was even there to hold him off. Mito picks that one up despite the light strike away gonna go. Leifon gonna be caught out on the Invoker and taken down by the Visage, as a 2-for-0 exchange in Vice Gaming's favour, and they're in a good position to start pushing the mid lane here. I'm not really sure what iCy can do at this point. Their chances of holding on to their number 6 spot are starting to dwindle.
Yeah, Vice Gaming are in a pretty commanding position here, and they all have late, early mid-game potential, and they're using the full advantage of that, and they're just pushing down these towers, sticking as 5. Not much farming involved. So it's definitely an aggressive play. Cripsy busting out the Venomous Gale, not able to hit anyone there. The wards are getting taken out and tanked quite easily. Quite a few spells getting thrown out on Barely Bear there, but he was in his spin, so he's obviously unaffected by it all. And if I had to bet, Kunka's Ghost Ship, and yeah, he's still rocking his Ghost Ship, man, so they can still continue on with this push.
We've seen some awesome X marks the spot plays as the Familiar is going to be taken out there. I'm not sure if iCy popped the smoke or not, but they did advance. Kunk's going to take the ship out, as PI is going to be a little bit cheeky there. The Ancient Camp has been stacked up and it will run out to attack the bear. Going to be taken down as the Vice Gaming guys, they're going to make a retreat over to the regen room. I'm wondering if they're going to go for the Roche here. They definitely have the damage, and it looks like they will be heading into his pit, and I don't think there's much iCy can do with it. They do have some decent AoE potential between the Necro, the Lion, and the Invoker. I'm wondering if Sunstrike will go out to try and try and scout this one out as Roche is falling lower and lower, doing absolutely nothing to Mito with the healing ward, topping off his health, and I think this will be going down. So Vice Gaming, they're the ones who are dictating this game for sure.
Oh yeah, and as you were actually saying it, or even before, the Sunstrike had already gone out. So
Roche is done for,
I think we're aware of that Roche. It did
Dire
land on
best
that
do something
Juggernaut and
about
did
that
take a
bottom
significant
tower.
amount of HP, but there was not much they could do about it, and they knew about it, so they did let Roche fall there.
Yeah, I don't think they really could have contested that one as Belly Bear is going to pick up his Yasha very quickly. He'll be able to start skilling into his Blade Dance, so his scaling is going to start curving upwards. If it were represented by a graph, we have the Poison Nova finally available for Cripsy here, as he's got a bunch of wards in his stack. Vice Gaming going to continue grouping up here, which they've done a fantastic job of doing. We'll have a look at the rest of the items. Boots 1 on every member of iCy, apart from Leifon, who is going for a very mana intensive build between the Meteor and the Sunstrike. Of course, he needs a lot of a large mana pool for that one. We can see the like I said, the Yasha being built on Belly Bear. Aegis is on Mito, who looks like he's heading for his BKB, as the Dire have lost their top tower. I believe that just said. So the first tower going down for Vice, and Alex is lagging, so we're just going to wait for him to sort that one out, Hawks, as the tier 2 tower is going to be taken very quickly by Vice there. iCy, they can't even fight under their own towers, so they may need to just retreat into their base and hope they can get some pickoffs.
Yeah, Venomancer does have his Poison Nova up. Also, the Finger of Death is up online as well. So they're a little bit more equipped to deal with this. However, with the current lead that Vice does have, you'd nearly expect, well, in my opinion, I'd let that T2 go and just defend T1. However, the Poison Nova is going to go out. It does land on the Kunka and Burley, on Burly Bear there. Not much of a follow-up. Perhaps he got scared that they were immediately going to jump on him. The Invoker played by Leifon, throwing out the Whirlwind, but not much is going to happen. They really can't do a single thing about this, dude.
Nah, 4 stuff going to be finished up there by the aforementioned Leifon on the Invoker, as Duster was trying to farm the Ancients there while his Bear assisted with the defense. Vice are going to be continuing to push here, and if you look at the hero level, Hawks, iCy are actually doing fairly well. Like, they're caught up in everything apart from the 2 supports, which they'll probably be pretty happy with. The net worth tells a very different story, as it looks like Vice going to be roaming as a group up to the top. They're systematically taking iCy apart at this stage. It was a very cheeky first blood by the iCy guys, but they the late game potential of Lone Bear hasn't really come out yet. On the Bear, we do have the Sacred Relic, so I think he's heading for the Radiance. Duster only has the Boots 1 and 2 Iron Branches himself. As warding goes on by Alex is going to quickly be taken down there, as Vice definitely setting up to try and take this the last remaining outer structure of iCy. They've got a massive creep wave there. Mechanism going to be completed by Visage, who is P-Ice, and iCy going to be confined to their base at this point. It's definitely they're on the ropes. They need a mistake to come out from Vice.
Yeah, mistake. Perhaps a bit of overzealous play would exactly be what the doctor ordered for iCy, as they're preparing to push into the T3 already. Here we go, Fruit Boy getting 4 stuff inside the base, but look at that, man. He's quite tanky. He's got the 8 stacks of Bloodstone. A fail boat does go out, but they're still not scared here, man. They're still just going to roll up to that T3 and trying to smack on him. The Familiars there trying to get the stomp on Mackie, not quite close enough there. And that tier 3 tower is at 1/3 HP, man, and getting taken down even further.
Yeah, I don't think there's much I can do. Poison Over is going to go out, followed up by the Gale, but the Familiars are going to rip Cripsy apart there. Lena gets the last hit on that with the ultimate Languine Blade. Raccoon being followed down by the Familiars. Leifor going to be force-stuffed into the enemy base. X marks the spot onto Duster. He's not going to be able to join the fight nearly quick enough. His Spirit Bear almost going down there. Aegis going to respawn Mito with full health and mana as the Gale goes out once again. Not going to be enough there as Mackie's going to run forward. He doesn't even have enough mana for the mechanism. The Light Strike Array going to go out. The Spirit Bear is so tanky, but it doesn't even matter. X marks the spot, going to return Duster to where he just was. Ghost Ship going to miss once again. Belly Bear running forward. Ironically enough, going to be beating down on the Belly Bear as Vice Gaming looking fairly low, honestly. They're going to try and get the racks down. Fookboy barely going to survive the Reaper's Scythe there. And geez, that was ballsy play. A Sunstrike going to be avoided, and Vice Gaming managed to make their way out of there. That was very close.
Yeah, the mech was well timed there as well, bringing them all back to HP. And they're not going to have much defensive capabilities this time around. The band nearly getting a few kills, but he is on cooldown, man. So that's pretty much all of their DPS for right now. Raccoon's fingers on cooldown. They were able to take the Aegis off the Conquer as they're going to go in on him now. Ooh, never mind.
Yeah, Mackie falling lower and lower. He pops the mechanism, but it will not be enough. Double kill for Barely Bear, and I believe Mito got the other one as the creep's going to respawn. Won't even matter, though. The melee Rex going to fall to match the range Rex, and it looks like Vice are going to be catapulting from number 10 to number 6 on the Cybergamer open ladder here. Hawks are just taking apart the base. We've had very quick 25-26 minute games both here. Ag Septic going to be finished up by the Juggernaut, so going to be slashing all over the place. They're going to transition over to the mid tier 3 as Fookboy going to be tanking that one up. Between the Bloodstone and the reactive armor, it can't even out DPS his healing, as Drums of Endurance going to be finished up by Mackie on the Necro. We see the Meteor go down by Invoker, but it will do almost nothing. It's Fookboy going to avoid the poison over there. Cripsy putting himself in a strange spot. Raccoon going to try and throw out the Finger of Death, instead takes a Lena ult for his trouble. The Laguna Blade is, I guess, giving the Lion a little bit of a taste of his own medicine. The Invoker going to throw out the Ice Wall there, and the GG Well Playeds will go out. Hawksbot.
Mid tower could use a hand.
Yeah, that was a pretty convincing win there by Vice Gaming, able to take their early game lead and just snowball, tower to tower, man. They didn't stop for nobody, really.
No, that was great play, even after iCy managed. So that's both games that the team who picked up First Blood at level 1 didn't end up winning. So, unfortunate for them, but well done by Vice to pick that one up. We'll have to nominate an MVP here. Hawks, who are you thinking?
Oh, I think it'd have to go to... I'd say Visage for setting up those early game ganks and counter ganks. His grave chills were in quite good positions, and any single time that one of the tri-lane supports for iCy were out of position, he was able to take full advantage of that and set up the Light Strike Array. So yeah, it's got to go to him for me.
No, I have to agree with you. P-Ice played fantastically. We'll have to give a mention to Mito on the Kunks. 507 played fantastically. Definitely felt his presence. Had his presence felt rather in the early parts of the game. But well done to P-Ice for picking up First Blood. Well, it's not First Blood, sorry, the MVP. Well done to Raccoon on the Lion for picking up a very cheeky First Blood himself, as Roche is about to respawn, but too little too late. Well done to Vice Gaming for advancing to number 6 on the CG Open Ladder, and thank you for tuning in, ladies and gents. We very much appreciate it. If you head on over to the GameStar Facebook, we post all VODs up there. If you can get in contact with either myself or Hawksbot and give us the details for your game, we'd be very happy to cast it for you. And we will be signing out now. This is Cold Blood and Hawksbot, and we'll see you next time.